Hey everybody, it is Lori Cooch, and as you know, I teach design space classes here in Reno, and a very nice lady named Gwen came to one of those classes. Well, actually, she came to a couple of those classes, and she asked me to show her how to put text onto her project so it would write with the pen. And unfortunately, at our last class, we didn't get to that, so I told her I would make her a video, and I just decided I would share it with everybody else as well, because maybe it can help somebody in addition to Gwen. So Gwen, here is your video, and you'll notice that my mat looks probably a little bit different than what you're using. I'm using new Design Space 3 Design Space 3, and you can get to that just by going design.cricut.com, and I'm using that instead of Design Space 2 because we're all going to be switching over to this shortly, and you're going to be able to do exactly what I'm showing you in Design Space 2, but I wanted you to see Design Space 3 if you haven't already switched over, and get you used to that. So I happen to know that Gwen is using some explosion boxes that she's working on. So, oops, I double clicked that. So I'm just going to grab this one. I don't think it's the one she's using. I'm pretty sure she's using an Anna Griffin, but I clicked on it, and you'll see it down here, just like in the regular Design Space you're used to. And I'm going to say Insert Image. Now, because I am me, I like things big, and so I'm going to make it big so we can see it. And you'll look over here, we've got a score line, which are your score lines here. It's got like the little line through it that says there's no color option, and then we have the card, which is this green color. I'm going to change that just to make it a little bit easier to see. Ooh, that's bright. The writing I'm going to put on there. Tone that down a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to add some text, and I'm just going to put Gwen, since this is for Gwen. And this is already on a font I was using a second ago. Normally it would be a different font, but I have already picked a font that had a writing style, and that's what it went to. You can scroll through in Design Space 3 and see them all over here. And so that's that. In Design Space 2, your text box is going to be over here still, and you would still add the text, and then over here you could do your drop-down menu and pick one that had a writing style. Okay, so I'm going to move the letters a little bit closer, not line space, letter space. And again, in Design Space 2, all of this is going to be over here on an Edit tab. So I'm going to move them closer so that they're all touching. Okay. I'm going to center that on there. Okay. So you think that's exactly where I want it, and I'm going to go. And so if you hit go, you're going to get two mats. One that says Gwen and one that is your card. And that's not what, I know that that's not what Gwen wants. So I'm going to go back. And you can do a couple of things here. You can say select all, and in Design Space 2, that is also right up here on the top ribbon bar, and it's going to select every element you have on your screen. If you have other things on there that you don't want included in this, then on a PC you're going to hold your control key down and just individually click the layers you want. On a Mac, it is the command key. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on this one. Oop, that didn't work. There you go. So now those two are selected, and they have the box around them. On Design Space 2, you're going to click Attach up here on your Layers tab. Okay. I need to, I'm just going to click Select All. So again, it would be up here and it would say attach, and you would click that but in Design Space 3, it's down here at the bottom, and I'm going to click Attach. And what that does is you'll see that everything on my mat right now, the score line and the writing and the actual box itself, are all kind of grouped together. And what that does, it anchors. I mean, I don't have a better word for it, but my word is now, my name is now anchored onto that box, and it's not going anywhere. And you'll know it's a writing style because it has a pen here now instead of the scissors. So if you wanted to change that and make it a cut, you would change it to cut or score or print, but we want it to be a writing, and so that pen being there is exactly what we want. We can change the color to gold or blue or whatever color pen you have. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze here in a second. Excuse me. So, it's a pen. That means you just have to pay attention that that's not a pair of scissors there. And click Make It Now. And you're going to see it's all on one mat now. And the name Gwen is right where I had put it. And it's going to prompt us that this image is really big, and it's going to go on a larger mat. But that's okay, because I'm not actually going to cut this and make it. So you would say okay, and you would continue, and it would send it to your machine, and you would go on your happy way. So Gwen, I hope that this answered your question. I hope you can get it to write for you, and if you have multiple things you wanted to write, you can do that. I just used your name as an example. But if you have any other questions, give me a call. You know how to reach me. I think you have my number, or I know you have my email. So you can always, and anybody else can always reach me through the Facebook groups. And if you're not already a member, it is Cricut, Explore, and Design Space, and it is the and symbol, not the and spelled out. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks everybody. Hope you have a wonderful evening.